Hey,
Hey
Ina,
Rob,
how are you?
good.
Good. All right, we got some people coming in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, maybe to some of you, depending on where you are. Dick, welcome in. Manuel, welcome in. Looks like it's always nice to have some returners popping in. Got some other people coming right now. What's today? Today's Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Okay, got it. Tuesday. All right. It's on the agenda for today. Oh, that's right. Learn how to use Dubb. Okay, here we go. So, everybody that's coming in, as usual, if you have any questions, put them into the chat and we can address them on the backside. We're going to run through the basics of Dubb for about the next 20-25 minutes. But if you have something specific, please let us know, and then we can address that. Ina and I will on the backside, whether it's strategy related, you want to share your screen, or if you have some questions on typically what you're doing with video creation. So, as we're kind of starting here, Dick, you can turn your mic on if you like. How are you? Anything specific today, or you can just come back and check out the ride?
Uh, uh, yeah, I was going to ask how I get my mic back on. For some reason, it's been saying my audio um, I would not do it, so it must have been from your area. So I'm fine. I'm just uh, I don't know if you heard the news, but uh, Iran has launched uh, IBMs on Israel right now. So
Oh, it just happened? Wow.
just happened. And so I'm kind of monitoring everything going on here.
Wow. Yeah, I just pulled it up online right now. Wow. That's a major thing. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. But
Oh.
I just gotta say this, the more I'm getting into Dubb,
Mhm.
the more I realize what a fantastic opportunity is, especially for me in the real estate business.
Yeah.
Um, you've combined everything that I could ever imagine at this point. And then you put on artificial intelligence to be my sales attendant, which I think it's just fantastic. So I'm trying to put my head in, figure out how to rearrange my marketing efforts
Hmm.
with my market. And quite honestly, it's uh, there is no limit. There is really no limit. Things I never thought would be possible, and it's just you need the imagination and the creation of how to use this great product. I don't want to talk too long, but I remember there was a story about Sir Isaac Newton. And as you recall, he was a great physicist.
Hmm.
And he was being honored as a great man of his time by all his contemporaries. And he walked up to the podium and he said, "If I have seen further than any man in my time, it's because I stood on the shoulders of giants." Well, I'm not standing on the shoulders of a giant, but my fingers are on the keyboard that touches dub and artificial uh, information. And that's how I feel right now. It's allowing me to see down the pipe.
Yeah.
And at age 75, that's my pipe's still going good, but I know that uh, I told my wife, I said, she asked me when I'm going to retire. And I said, well, I think I should do it in about 20 years because, at that point, I deserve to take a few years off to enjoy life. But,
God, good for you, Dick. You're 75 is like the new 55, right? There you go. That's
well, and I look like a stud muffin. I mean,
awesome. Get on camera. There you go. That's right. Get on camera.
I
Perfect.
mean, oh, yeah. Well, oh,
That's
turn my camera on? I thought I
no,
did.
I'm joking. I'm saying when you record the videos, I'm saying that's why you got to be on camera. That's why I'm saying.
Well, that,
Yeah,
and the funny thing about it is I was always told that I had a face made for radio.
means you got a really good personality, which is what you want for video. That's exactly what you want. So that's fantastic.
Very good. I'll relinquish. I will mute myself and listen and just pray for peace in the Middle East. All
Oh
right.
God, I know every day. It's yeah, no, totally. Dick, thanks for jumping on and chatting a little bit. We really appreciate it and the kind words. as always.
Well,
Um,
well,
so
you know, you should come up with Dubb for Dummies, and I could be, you could use a ventriloquist with me.
it's pretty funny. One of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was a horror movie that had a ventriloquist puppet with Anthony Hopkins. It was called Magic, I believe. Freaked me out as a kid, but I thought it was kind of cool. That's a whole
Okay.
sidebar conversation. But anyway, Dick, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it that you're here. So let's see. Manuel, I think you're returning. Manuel, correct? Yes, you are. I remember your headshot. How are you,
That is
Manuel?
correct. Yes.
What's going on? How are you?
I was going good. I've been moving along the setup. Um, I did the first things of creating my call to actions and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
I need to practice more with the system, but one of my greatest uses for this tool is uploading transcript and creating faceless videos.
Mm.
So if you
Mm.
could go over some of that, will be outstanding.
Yeah. Faceless videos. I mean, you could do technically a faceless video could be, you could use the Chrome extension for that, which I can show where you don't have to be on the screen. You don't have to be on there. Could be an audio walkthrough of an article or a website. You could also technically use the avatars if you wanted to do that. You could also use just your headshot if you like the headshot you have here, if you wanted to be on there and have something explaining a site. So there are definitely ways around that. So those would be those three examples, and we could show that as well.
Yeah, so that is my goal. I would upload a video of doing a tutorial,
Mhm.
and because my voice is not so romantic, I want to use one of the AI voices, but I have to also upload the transcript.
Yeah.
And the transcript, of course, I could do better pronunciation and eliminate,
Mhm.
repeated words and stuff like that. So that is one of my greatest, I say, the most important thing for this tool for me.
So you want to be able to have the faceless video, have the AI voice kind of speak over it in terms of what you're sharing?
Sure, and we can make it a little more difficult, all in Spanish. How about that?
Yeah, no, we do that. We do that.
Yeah,
We do
I
the other
see it.
language. Yeah. But I got to tell you this though, just from like a voice perspective, you got a good voice though. You have a good baritone in your voice down there. So
Well,
like,
here's what happened.
yeah.
And I spoke with you about it before. You probably did forget.
Hmm.
I have a SaaS, which I want to be faceless, and I have another website, which is how I train about the SaaS. Follow me.
Mm-hmm.
So the other website, of course, I'm going to use my own voice and my own face and everything like that.
Sure.
But on the SaaS has to be faceless because it's
Oh, that's
actually,
right. You had the split.
yeah,
You had two different things
that
you
is
were doing. That's
correct.
right. Now I
Yeah,
remember
I
that.
fixed that issue though. I was able to because of your menu allows for me to do what I wanted to do without having to sign up for another
Oh, good. All right. So
membership.
you're able to work it out. That's cool. All right,
Yes.
great. Nice. Okay, good. So like the faceless content kind of stuff, like the screen shares, walking through stuff, explaining. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, we'll show that. Sweet.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's see. Henry, welcome back as always. Debbie, welcome back. Samuel, are you returning or are you new, Samuel? I didn't recognize your name, but maybe you've been here before. Samuel, if you can hear me okay. You can turn your mic on. If not, you can in the chat if you want to pop a one in the chat if you're new here, or a two if you're returning. But yeah, your name looked new to me, but maybe you've been in here before. Okay, so let's get moving here. Let me share my screen as usual. If anybody has any questions, just pop them into the chat as we go along. And then Ina, who's here with me today, we will work our way through them on the backside. So let me share my screen and here we go. Okay, so as always, we always want to start in the Dubb dashboard here. So when you have your Dubb account and you're logged in, this is where it's going to take you here. If you haven't taken advantage of some of the support we have, it's down at the bottom, this little green bubble down here, our little intercom system. You can actually talk with an AI agent we have called Finn. Does a really good job answering most of the questions. It has pretty thorough answers, usually has links sometimes as well. If you want to talk to an actual human being on the team, you can click, person, you can talk to someone there. You can also do some self-help down here where you can put some keyword searches in, and it usually brings up an article and a video as well, typically, or some animated GIFs. Now, here within the dashboard, if you haven't signed up for our Dubb Partner Program, it's right down here to the bottom right over here. You can click Apply Now. It creates a little referral link for you. We do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that link. If you're on a paid account and you get 3 or 4 people, you can have a free account. and we'll do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So if you have someone that's interested in Dubb, have them come into the training here at dubb.com/T. And then, you guys have been here before. You know how we cover the platform. We go over everything, answer any questions. And then they can use your link to subscribe if they decide to do that. Also, on the other side, if you have a group of people that are interested in Dubb, just set up the meeting and then, myself or Darius can pop in, we can present, and then you guys get paid on it. So 30% recurring com right over here, just hit apply now, and it creates a little referral link for you. Now, as far as recording the videos in general, basic recording. So when you send these videos out, this is what someone's going to see in this case, a nice animated GIF, a repeating 3-second loop of the beginning of that video. Now, the beginning of the video doesn't have to be, you technically could edit and drop a different part of the video to be first within editing with inside Dubb, and that could be the GIF. But it's nice to know that when you first hit record, it's going to be that repeating 3 seconds. That way, if you're making a bunch of videos throughout the day, you're efficient, be ready. When the first 3 seconds, that's going to repeat. That way you don't have to move anything. So just be ready when you hit record. In this example here, I recorded on the webcam inside the Dubb website. I dropped a virtual background behind me. It's because I wanted to give some context. So when you make these videos, in particular, this style has worked well over the years. Now, the image behind me can change. In this case, I'm reaching out to a coach. I wanted her profile behind me. And then I did a little bit of movement, a little wave back to camera, just to bring the GIF to life. So Sarah has context, somewhat. She knows the video is about her. And then also, it's interesting in terms of the movement. So when she clicks on this, that's when she's going to be taken to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So this page will have all of your branding, more videos to watch, and buttons to take an action. And we'll cover more of that in a bit. Another style that works really well from your webcam is this one right here. And I'm recording directly from the same webcam within Dubb, but I'm using the Dubb mobile app on my phone to pull up this little whiteboard feature where I can type someone's name or any message that I want. Names have worked really good over the years. You could have something short and punchy that's a phrase within your industry. If I was in real estate, still selling, maybe it's a property address. If you're in coaching and recruitment, still hiring, something short and interesting for that person to see. Again, you can't go wrong with the name. So to replicate both of these styles, you can come right back in here in the Dubb dashboard. You're going to go right towards the top, click on the red camera icon here. It's going to open up your webcam. You're going to go below, click virtual background, and then you go here, click your photos, and then you can upload into this area any screen grabs that you have. People's profiles have worked well. Could be an article within your industry you want to share with someone. Like, hey, this is Rob. I just want to share this property market update with you. Hey, this is Rob. I want to share this industry important article right here. Anything within your industry that you want to share of value, it gives them context when they see it over the shoulder, and it's a little preview of what they're going to watch. You can also do company websites. So a who we are section within your industry, if a company you're reaching out to, is great in terms of really seeing some symmetry within there. Their services, maybe a post they've done. You can also do, obviously, if you're in real estate, properties, just throw a property behind you. Hey, this is Rob. I saw you were checking out this townhome here. Let me talk to you a little bit about it. Things like that. So just think about the visuals behind you and how they give context. Now, for the phone one that I showed you, where you're holding the phone up, recording here in the webcam, just grab the Dubb mobile app, and the button on the mobile app that gives you the little whiteboard so you can type is right up here. So here's the Dubb mobile app, right up here at the top, that little square button right there. So when I tap that, it's going to open up the typing area that you saw. And then all I did was just type the name. You can put a little emoji in there if you want to. And then I just turn the phone. So I just do one of these and do one of those and just bring a little closer to camera. So those are the two styles that work here on the webcam that we've seen over the years. From a functionality standpoint, you got a teleprompter across all the recording text. So if you want to get to the teleprompter here, click up here, go to right to scripting if you want to create a script, or you can look up a script that you already have saved. In this case, it's right there. Now, with the teleprompter, if you haven't used one, it's really cool because if you're making a bunch of videos throughout the day and you have specific language for each video, why not just have it right in front of you? Unless you just memorize it, which is totally fine if you can, but it's nice having the words in front of you. From a physical perspective, this distance right here is pretty good. I'm about arm's length away. I'm going to let the words flow up into my eye line on the horizon. This is my speed, 177. I'm going to hit the play button, see if I like it. I can adjust it up or down. I can back the text off, or I can zoom it in. Now, when I hit record here, you're going to notice a little countdown, a menu bar at the bottom, and it would be like this. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom, stop the recording. I can delete the video, red X, it'll always ask me, am I sure? And then if I want to upload this video into Dubb, it's the blue check mark right here, and that will upload it into the platform. To close the teleprompter, right over here, and that closes it. So that's how really you do a lot of basic outreach and really kind of break through the noise with those kind of strategies when recording to the webcam. Now, the other side of recording is screen recordings, and these are really great for bringing value to people. Now, whether you're reaching out on LinkedIn or, maybe I want to pull up a site, an article that we just saw, maybe I want to share this with someone. Again, this could be a company website, it could be an article, anything browser-based that you want to share with someone, or if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, the Chrome extension is really great for this. And the Chrome extension is right up here at the top, and it's our screen recorder. Now, if I was over here on this page here, you want to check out the page creatively. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to open it up. Here I am on the page. I will appear in a moment. I should appear in a moment. There I am. So I'm on the page here, and you want to check out the page creatively. What does this thing look like? Well, it's got a big square up here at the top. So obviously, I don't want to be a square inside the bubble here. So I want to change my shape, and then I want to put myself in a cool spot. So you can change the shape here. I'm going to go square, and I'm going to put myself right inside here. Now I could go bigger, smaller. I can change the size. I think this size is pretty good. Kind of fits nicely in there. I'm lined up with the line at the top. So when someone sees this, right? Like, let me just move this right here, actually. When someone sees the animated GIF, right? They're repeating 3 seconds of this video. They're going to see the article title. They're going to see me waving. So that's a nice image, and it looks like I'm almost part of the article, which is kind of a little cool creative thing you can do. Placement and shape of the webcam. Now, if I was back over here on LinkedIn, little different. I'm going to open it up. I don't want to be a square because Ruben's a circle. So I'm going to switch myself to a circle. I'm going to make my shape a little bit smaller. I almost feel it match the size of him right here. And then I can also, just from a functionality standpoint, I can zoom myself in if I want to get a little dramatic, or I can back myself off, whatever. And I can go up, down, side to side in here. You can frame it however you'd like. I can also pop to full screen, go back here, have that option. And then over here to the right with the drop-down menu, I can add a virtual background if I want to. Because maybe I don't like my background behind me. So what I can do is just add that. Now I got a virtual background if I want it. I actually like my background with my light, so I'm going to get rid of the virtual background because I don't feel like I need it. Let me move this out of the way. And then I can also go to the drop-down menu. And Manuel, this is what I was talking about before when, you don't want to be faceless on here. What you can do is just click no webcam and do an audio walkthrough. Now, if you don't want to use your voice on something like this, you can use the desktop app for this, which I'll show in a little bit. But if you just want to do an audio where you're using your own voice and you're on a page and you don't want to be visually on camera, for anybody here that doesn't want to do that, like maybe you already know the client and you don't need to show your face, that's totally fine. But for initial outreach, it's nice to be live on the page when you do this stuff. You also can use your headshot if you want to use that as well. Now, as far as the tools on this page, annotation tool off to my, right over this way, off to my left over here, annotation tool. You can also use a teleprompter if you want to use that too. You can go right in here, search for your script. This one's a little different. You can grab the sides, do one of these deals. You can also physically move this wherever you want to. So I'm going to move it towards my top. And then when I hit record, I just want to leave a little bit of space at the top, tap this teleprompter forward, because the Chrome extension is browser-based. So you don't want to go full screen on your browser because it will hide the teleprompter tab and you won't be able to get to it. So you just want to leave a little bit of space at the top, or you can tap it and bring it forward if you want to use it. Now we have 3 options here where it says screen, tab, and camera. If I was to go camera, that's just like the webcam, kind of like what we did before. If I go to screen, I have the ability that if I hit record now and I had my tabs organized at the top of my browser, it'll get the whole browser here. So I could begin on LinkedIn and say, Ruben, I want to bring you over to Dubb. Check this out. And I could click on one of the tabs above and the recording will follow me over. So you can take someone on a little journey here if you want to, if you have your tabs organized. And that's with the screen option where it gets the whole browser. If I click tab, that's just a nice clean cut of this page. So it wouldn't show any of the tabs open at the top in the recording, just a nice border of the page that you're on. Now, when I hit record here, here is what this would look like. I would choose my tab. There it is. Click share. Get the countdown. And here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Saw your profile over here on LinkedIn. And I wanted to send you this quick video because I had some comments to make after checking out your profile. So here's my take. So all I did there was mindful of my GIF, did the little wave, little point, whatever I wanted to do. And then I can hover over the bubble here and click this button to go full screen. Click the button right down here in the bottom to return to the page. I also can click the button on the menu bar at the bottom of the page right now. Down at the bottom it says expand webcam, little square. I can click that instead if I want to, and then click it again to go back. But it's nice to be able to jump to full screen on these things when you want to make a point. Like, hey, this is the point I want to make. Here we go. Let me go back to the page now. So it makes it pretty dynamic. You can also physically move around and talk at the same time, scroll and talk. You can hit the pause button on the menu bar at the bottom to stop the recording if you want to. Get yourself set up where you want to be. And then you know what? Hit resume and you can keep recording. The annotation tool is great to use over here. You can do some arrows, you can do some numbering, you can do some text on screen, you can do circles, whatever you want. And all of this will stay sticky where you leave it. So it's not going to follow you down the page as you go. It'll stay in the spot that you want. So using all these different parts of the Chrome extension are really great ways to share articles, reach out on LinkedIn, websites, whatever you want that's browser-based, and to be on the screen with the story that you're telling. So I'm going to hit the check mark down the bottom. I'm going to save this video into the Dubb platform by hitting the check mark. That's going to save it into Dubb, into the video library. And now I'm going to show you the desktop app that we have, which is another one of our screen recorders. So right up here at the top, I'm going to click the little D symbol here. We've got a lot of options within the desktop app, but I'm going to hit screen video just so you can see the difference between the two. First of all, let's look at the similarities. So the similarities between the desktop app and the Chrome extension are a couple things. Number one is going to be, I guess my webcam is not working for some reason. Anyway, normally you're here in the webcam. So you have the same bubble. You have the teleprompter up here at the top. You have the annotation tool over here to the left. So those are two things that you're going to have, three things that you're going to have that are normal. Now, the difference here is the border. So when I click this little red slash right here, if I didn't click the red slash and I hit record, I would get my entire desktop. But if I get rid of the red slash, then now I'm able to use this thing to record whatever I need to record in terms of borders. So I can move this thing to get a document. I can crop around it. I can be on a website, crop around any part of the site that I want to. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of what you can hone in on and record. I can also do 16:9 for YouTube. I can do 9:16 if I want to do a social video. I can take my little bubble down here and I can actually go in here and do a social post. I can crunch my browser, throw this over the top of it, and now I've got a vertical video for social media that's really, really convenient because I didn't have to jump to my phone to do it. I could actually just do it from my actual desktop, which is really nice. Let's see. I don't want to use my iPhone camera. Just wondering why I'm not in the bubble here. I might be faceless on this one, unfortunately. Okay, so here's what you can do with the desktop as well. When I hit record, the desktop app is different than the Chrome extension in this regard. So I'm recording a video now. I can pause and resume this video, but when I hit the check mark, I'm not saving it into Dubb. What's happening is I've just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. The Chrome extension is one video you pause and resume. So I can drag and drop a video from my computer if I want to. Click it here, find an MP4 that I have on my computer, choose it, drop it right in there. And I have the ability to do that. And then I can also physically move these clips around. So I don't have to record in order if I don't want to. I can also delete or download each individual clip as well. And if I want to keep building this out, I click record screen below. It'll bring me right back to where I was, record another clip. I can even record from my webcam. Maybe I use that as my opening. So you can putting together all these little clips. And when I hit done recording, it's going to merge our clips together into one video. I can do a quick little edit. I can also download the finished video to my computer, and I can upload it into Dubb if I want to do that. And then I can just close the desktop there. Now we have a feature called Dubb Narrator that we use a lot. And this one here, I'll show you what this looks like. So if we're back over here on this web page, we know that we can click the Chrome extension and be live in our bubble like we talked about before. We can do the same thing with the desktop app. But what if we wanted to be a pre-recorded video inside that? This is where you can use the Dubb Narrator feature. So I can click this here. record narrator feature. This will bring me to my video library. I'm going to put narrator in. Here we go. And then these are just videos that I've recorded directly to webcam in terms of content. Now you can also use our avatar feature, which is right down here. You see this video, there's me there pre-recorded, and there's also an avatar video I did here. So Manuel, for this, for like the core stuff you were talking about, you could technically either use an avatar, or you could just do the voiceover for that with the voiceover file within here. I can select this video here, it'll pop up, and then I can just use a pre-recorded version of me like this. So when I hit record, now I don't have to do anything. I can just scroll around. So I'll hit record here, and the pre-record will do all the work for me.
Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send you this market update so you can make the best decision possible.
And then I can pause myself if I want to, and then hit resume.
As you can see, there is a ton.
And keep going. So this is a really good way that if you don't want to be multitasking when you're recording something, you can use the desktop app and use the narrator feature for that, which is basically a pre-record video. Now, if you're going to use the mobile app with Dubb, this is a great way to recording clips as well. So the mobile app is the original clip recorder that we had, and we've added some really good functionality to the mobile app over the years. So here is what it currently looks like. People that use the mobile app, obviously in real estate, love it for property walkthroughs. But any industry, you know, the cameras on the phones are so good that a lot of people like to just use the phone to record a lot of their videos. They'll use a selfie stick, set it up on their desk or however they have it, vertical or landscape, and just record that way. Now to record a video in here, you're going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom, and it's going to open up the camera. We have our timers down at the bottom. It's defaulted for 1 minute, but you could do 15-second, 30-second, 2-minute, can't go beyond 10, and just choose the one that you want. To record, we're going to tap the button below, or we can hold and release. I'm going to tap. Now you can see the recording time here at the bottom, and you can see the recording time up in my eye line up here at the top. I'm going to tap it again, and there is the clip that we've just recorded right here. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I need it. I'm going to tap it again to record another clip. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. I'm going to tap it again. There's my other clip. And I have the ability to physically move these. So I can take my finger, tap one here, slide it. Let me just do it again. Oops, there we go. There we go. So you can change the order. So just like the desktop app, you don't have to record chronologically. You can just do any order you want, just move these wherever you need them to be. To delete a clip, you're going to tap the X at the bottom, that will delete it. And then you can also tap each clip. If I tap a clip, I can delete it, I can trim, and if I click edit, I have the ability to add some royalty-free music. We have a whole library. I can do some text on screen. I can speed up the action. I can do a voiceover, all from within each clip for some cool editing effects. If I want to flip my camera around, right up here at the top, flip it around. If I want to add a countdown timer when I record, it's going to be this button right here. So I can add a 3-second or a 10-second. If I go 3-second and I hit record, this is what this would look like. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm recording my video just like this. Tap it again. There's my clip. If I want, now, if you don't want the countdown timer on every time, just click none when you're done. I think it's kind of nice to have it on. Kind of saves you a trim on the front side. We also have our teleprompter here to the right. So when I tap this here, it's going to open up. I can search for my script up here at the top. I'm going to do what we did before. Where's the script that I want? Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Here's auto track, which is my speed of the teleprompter between 1 and 10. I can adjust it up or down. I can hit the play button, see if I like the speed. Then I can also click the pencil icon if I want to make some real-time edits and make some changes on the fly. Now, when you're recording this, obviously you're reading right out of the top line like we talked about before. You're letting the words flow up. If you're finding that your eyes are cheating and they're dropping down, either increase the speed or take the guardrails here and slide them up. That way your eyes won't drop down because there's nothing to see down here. You'll be looking right at the top. Now for iPhone users, there's an available of auto track that we have. For Android, it's coming soon. But if you click over here for the gear icon, you can click auto track, and then I can read the script at my own pace and it'll highlight as I read, just like this. Dubb's features are designed to help your team grow and succeed. Collaborate, manage large teams, and maintain consistency across your content. And that's what it would look like right there. So it's either auto track or auto scroll, and that's auto scroll. To close the teleprompter, you just tap the X and it closes it. If you want to add a video here, like with the desktop app, we were able to add a video from our computer, you can do the same thing. So if you want to add a video that you have on your phone to the queue down here, click the folder icon, brings you to the photo video area, select the video that you want, it will drop it down here, and then again, you can physically move it wherever you need to. If you want to record your screen, tap this button right here, it'll record your screen. If you want to use some filters, click this one here, and this is more of a fun one. You can do skin smoothing, you can do black and white, you can do different kinds of color effects, whatever you want, in terms of just getting a little creative with these videos. And then when you want to close it, just tap the icon close. If you want to use our picture-in-picture, this is really good for real estate walkthroughs, but again, any industry, if you want to just show physically something in front of you, it's going to use both cameras on the phone, and you're going to be on the video page with the image, with the video. So click this here, hit record, and it would be just like this. Hey, check this out right here, or whatever you want to physically show in front of you. You can make yourself bigger, talk a little bit about it, move yourself to the side, up and down, however you want to navigate around whatever you're showing. And then the last one here is our virtual background. So just like we saw in the beginning when we did the webcam recordings, how we had someone's profile behind us, whether it was a property, an article, a company's website, same thing here. Just get on your phone, take some screen grabs, right? And then just click this here. This will bring you over here. And then pull up the photo that you want, hit record. Hey, this is Rob. I saw you were checking out this property. Hey, this is Rob. I saw your profile. Hey, I was on your company's website, all that kind of stuff. And you can frame it any way you want. And then when you're done and you want to combine all these clips into one video, click the blue button at the top. That will merge them. Then you can click a button to download the finished video to your phone and then upload it into Dubb. So those are the different ways you record. You can get very creative with the desktop app, the Chrome extension, the mobile app, the basic webcam recorder within Dubb, all for different purposes in terms of outreach and follow-up. Now, when you record a video and you save it into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page. And that looks like right here. So when you save the video, here it is, the edit page. Now, you can change the title up here at the top, obviously. If you want to see what this video looks like on a different page, click the little button to the right. It's going to open up a new tab and you can see what it looks like. Now, this is called a preset in Dubb terms. So customize landing page, because remember, like we said in the beginning, you send the video out, someone sees this, they see the animated GIF, they click on it, and then they're brought to that landing page. So when we check out this page, it's going to have your branding, your logo at the top, an image behind the video player, playlist videos. They're going to play right after the video that you've created. Playlist videos are great because obviously it's going to give more information, but also it enables you to really not have to, wear out your vocal cords saying the same things over and over and over again. You can have that one nice 60 to 90 second video that talks about what you do, and it can run right into it after that personal hello to someone. And then the buttons below here, your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do when they're done consuming the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to email you? Do you want them to download a document? Do you want them to fill out a physical form? Do you want them to visit a website? All kinds of options down here. I would go in order of importance from left to right, and I wouldn't have a million buttons down here. Just, have the ones that are important. A great button to have below is reply with video. This is really good for getting video testimonials. Instead of meeting in Zoom and having to get the thing edited, you can just send them a video like this, like, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using Dubb. We appreciate your business. We would love to get a video testimonial from you. All you have to do is click the reply with video button below. You don't have to download anything. Just allow camera and mic access, put your email in, and let us know. What have you enjoyed about working with us? All that kind of stuff. So whatever questions you guys normally ask to your clients when they're obviously happy, you can ask them in the video here. And then when they send that video back to you, that's when you place it in the playlist. So you have that nice personal video to open, video that plays after, talks about what you do, and then a nice testimonial at the end. And that's really what's worked well for people over the years in terms of a sequence and visually what they see on this customized landing page called a preset. So if we come back over here on the editing page, right? If we come over here, this is our little preset area. See how mine says Rob's Darius preset? That's my my default. So when I make videos, my default preset is that one. But I can change it to whatever I want to change it to. We got a ton of presets in here. So when you think about presets, think about it in terms of your audience. So obviously the easiest split in real estate would be if you're representing buyers and sellers. Okay, you want a page for buyers, you want a page for sellers. If you're in recruitment and you do both employers and candidates, have a page for both. If you're in insurance and you have different kinds of clients for different kinds of policies, have some for them. If you're in coaching, and you have enterprise price clients and small business, you can separate those. If you're doing events like live events or webinars, why not have a preset page that says, hey, register for my webinar below, you can click below to register, that kind of stuff. So you're speaking directly to the audience. And when you get on a paid plan with us from Dubb, from a free trial to a paid account, one of the things we do is an optimization setup. So we would meet you in Zoom and help you set up your buttons, your pages, all that good stuff so you're ready to go. So those are presets. So think about your audience, speaking directly to your audience with those elements on the page. Now, these videos also have tracking. So it says no activity yet because we obviously haven't sent the video anywhere. But if we do, we have the ability to get a bunch of information. Now, you don't have to get all of these. You can uncheck the ones you don't want. But CTA clicks are great. Who's clicking on the buttons? Are they being clicked? Page views, video views, who's watching it. If they did watch, what's the watch rate? 5, 10, 150, whatever it is. And that will dictate your follow-up, because following up with someone that's seen 0% or 100% are obviously two majorly different things. And you know what they've seen and probably not consumed for the content. So you really can smartly follow up. On this page, you also have the ability to edit down here. If you want to change some things, you can do a quick little chop edit in here. You always got the nice undo button if you need it. If you need to, if you chopped it up too much and you wanted the original, just go up here to the top, download the original, and just replace it if you want to do that. And then you also have analytics. So it'll give you this little digital coach here will give you feedback on repetition, persuasiveness. Are you using filler words? How's your cadence? All that kind of stuff. It can really be from a learning perspective, which is pretty neat. You also have details. So on this particular video, you have the ability for this video only to change the buttons or the playlist videos that are on this video page for this particular video. So if I had sent this video out to someone and I forgot to add a button, or maybe I wanted to change one of the playlist videos, I could make the changes here and then it will retroactively change on the other side if I wanted to do that. So it gives you that ability. Now, from a sending perspective, we recorded the video, we have it on a preset, we have the landing page the way we want it, the buttons, the videos, all that good stuff, the branding. Now we want to send it out. So sending it out would look something like this. From a best practice perspective, it's always great to have the word video in the subject line. And then inside here, have some text context just above the video. It doesn't have to be too long, obviously, because that's why you're sending the video, but you could have a little paragraph here. You just don't have too much written because you don't want to push that animated GIF down the page too much. To add a video in here, there's a couple ways to do it. So we have a direct integration with Gmail and Outlook 365, where there is this little Dubb button down the bottom. In Gmail, it's here. Outlook, it's off to the right. And when you click this button, when you have the Chrome extension, it's logged in, all that good stuff, you have the ability to scroll through your video library, select the video you want, click advanced options, put the email of the person you're sending it to get some tracking, and then you can click insert video and it will drop it in there. Another way to do it is to come back over here. Anytime you save a video here in the edit page, there'll always be a big blue share and send button. So you can click this here, put the email in for tracking, and then I can drop some good personalization text if I want to. Click copy for email, come back over here, and then you just drop it right in here like that. And that's what someone would see. And that's really the whole idea here. Now, if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, definitely connect with someone first. You don't want to send a video with a connection request because it'll only show up as a link. You won't get that nice animated GIF preview. So connect with them first, then you can click message. And then you have the little integration button, the little Dubb button down here at the bottom. There it is right there. Boom, you can click that, drop it in, or you can copy and paste like you saw, but they'll see this nice motion that you see there. Now, this is the style that you want, this one right here, where you're on the person's profile, a little circle right next to them there. That works really well. Now, from sending also, if you have a CRM that you use or a third-party sender like a MailChimp or Constant Contact or CRM like a HubSpot, a Salesforce, Go High Level, Chime, whatever you're using here, Follow Up Boss, we have a lot of integrations with companies. So if you do have your workflows set up within a CRM, we have the integrations. You can drop the video in there and send it out within your workflows. You also can use automation. It's part of our Pro Plus plan if you have Pro Plus or you ever wanted to upgrade. What it is there is just basically a campaign would go out to some folks, and then there'd be some kind of time delay, whether it's a day, 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever you decide, before the next one goes out, the next automated message. And then you can also set up triggers where if someone does something, something will happen. If someone clicks on a CTA button, they're going to get taken down a different path. If someone just viewed the page or they watched the video, you can set up all these different automations for things to move where you need them to move. Inside the Dubb dashboard here, from an AI suite perspective, what we have our AI writing assistant, Ira. So at this point, probably everyone's used ChatGPT or some version of some tool to do that. Here with the Ira, we have a profile feature in here. So when you click here, I have basic and sales, but you can have a number of these in here where how we talked about with the presets, how you can have those landing pages that speak to the audience, like real estate buyers, sellers. You can do the same thing here. You can have one of the profiles be for buyers, one of the profiles be for sellers, or whatever the segmentation is within your industry and audience. So when you set these up, you go in here and just start answering the question. Your target audience is, your unique selling proposition. So if you just scroll over the tooltip, it'll give you a little more detail. So it's learning about you in this particular outreach. You also can decide on your preferred tone of communication. Maybe it's a little different depending on the segment of the audience that you're reaching out to. Then you can also use our charm method. Now, this is a structuring method of the writing. So the acronym stands for C, capture their interest with an interesting opening statement, highlight the problem, A, address the solution, R, reinforce for social proof, M, motivate to take action. So when you use this inside Ira, we would come inside here, choose a prompt that we want to use. I'm going to just choose this one here. And then you would do something like this on why video is the best. Best over least. Okay. And then you would choose your length and then hit submit. And then it's going to apply all that it just learned within that profile of the structuring in your outreach. So let's open with a great sentence. Imagine leaving a lasting impression on prospects that words alone just can't achieve. Okay, good opening. Now, what's the problem? In the crowded arena of sales, text messaging often falls short in expressing authenticity and building trust. All right, but what's the solution here? Video steps in as a game changer, adding a personal touch that builds deeper connections and elevates engagement. All right, well, give me some social proof. So our clients have seen a remarkable 30 to 300% boost in sales, and this is backed by hundreds of glowing testimonials and reviews. All right, but what about motivating me to take action? Like, what do I do next? Book a time in my calendar or send me a video reply. So these are things that you can do and set up within the profile to really have the structure the way you want it, knows about the audience that you're reaching out to, and it really, really makes it more specific. Now, from functionality down here, once you're done writing something, you can have this read back to you if you want to. If you just want to hear it out loud, you can hit preview voice and it'll just be read back to you.
Imagine leaving a lasting impression on prospects that words alone.
And then you can copy to a clipboard, put it into a Google Doc or, wherever you spreadsheet, wherever you want it. You can also import this to scripts. So this is one of the big flows that we do here at Dubb. So we'll write the script in here, give it a human pass. We'll import it to scripts, which is right over here under assets, saves it over here. And then we'll load it into the teleprompter and we'll do our content stuff. So it's a really nice flow in terms of being very efficient. Write the script, drop it into scripts, load it into the teleprompter and record your video. Now you could import this to a voice video if you wanted to. So this would be one of those deals where if you didn't want to be on camera and you wanted to kind of be faceless and you didn't want to do just a text-based message or anything like that, what you can do is upload an image over here to the right. It could be any image you want. It could be a profile. It could be a web page. It could be an article. Whatever you wanted to have be that image that you had. And then have your script over here. You would just choose an AI voice down here at the bottom. And then you can preview this here. So when I hit preview, there's going to be a little waveform action that comes across the screen. It's almost like a talking voicemail animation that you'll see. And this is what this would look like. And the animated GIF would be this. Let's see if I can redo this. Okay, here we go.
Imagine leaving a lasting impression on prospects that words alone just can't achieve.
So this is more, you don't want to be on camera. The image is more of like a, because you'll see the little waveform action come across like you saw it. It's just like something better you can do. Instead of just a text-based message, you can do something like this as an example. And then if you wanted to go full avatar video on this stuff, you can click import to avatar video, and this will bring you in here. And then you can go through in our avatar library, see what you like, choose an avatar down here. And then you could also create your own if you wanted to. And then you would have your script here. You would choose your voice. You can preview the voice and then create the video. And then it would take a little bit of time to create. But once the avatar has been created, like here, You could use them in your email outreach. Like, Ava could say here, hey, Rob would love to chat with you. Click a time in his calendar below. Or they could walk someone through screen videos and content that you have if you didn't want to be on camera. So it wouldn't be you, it would be them and their voice. So as an example, like we showed earlier, if I was sharing like a web page with content or whatever it is, here, I could go to our desktop app, click narrator video like I did before when I did a pre-recorded version of me that I wanted to play. Well, in this case, you just come down here and I wrote one for Ava. So I just select Ava and now Ava's on the screen. And then Ava's going to do the walkthrough of this. So I can just, again, just hit record and it's not my face, it's not my voice, and it'll be something like this.
Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send.
And something like that. So they can walk through something, explain things that you want to explain. So if you want to be faceless and you don't want to have a face, but you want to have something on there, you can do something absolutely like that. And that makes it a lot easier to record the stuff, especially from a perspective of not needing to record yourself. Now, also within here, within the dashboard, is quick action menus. So if you ever have to jump to anything quick, you can just scroll along here and it can bring you to these different areas really quickly. They're just little shortcuts to get with what you want to go to. Now, the last thing that I'll mention, we did a webinar recently about SIA, our Sales Interactive Assistant. And what that was basically this right here. So you send a video out to someone, they're on your landing page, it says chat with SIA below, and then it takes them down here. And you're able to have a chat with someone here. I could say, what is Dubb? Oh, I can't do it here. I have to open an incog. Let me show you in a different window. You can't, you have to use an incog tab or window because you can't do it on your own thing. So anyway, you could send to someone there, and then you can have a chat with them down here. They could say, what is Dubb, right? And all these little buttons that you see down here, how can I feel more comfortable on camera? How much does Dubb cost? These are all FAQs, and you can have up to 20 of these down here if you wanted to, where someone could, click there, they get their answer. Like, I'm going to click this one here. How do I feel more comfortable on camera? Boom, there we go. Practice regularly, create comfortable environment, engage authentically. Now you notice the last thing SIA is saying is, could you please provide your email address so I can assist further? Now, this can be any CTA that it's driving towards. It could be click a time in my calendar, whatever you want the sales assistant to push towards, that's what they're pushing towards in terms of a goal, while at the same time providing really good information. Now, the person can click those CTAs, but they could also ask a question, why Dubb? Or something like that, whatever you can test it and play with it and see what the results are there. Boom. It gives you a nice three-point reason about why. So SIA is your sales assistant, and you can educate your sales assistant in a number of ways. So chat with SIA is a CTA. So right over here, I'll show you what this looks like. So from within Dubb, under assets, you go to calls to action, and these are the buttons that are below your video. And I got a bunch of them in here. So let's say Rob's nurturing assistant right here. Just click here, edit, and I can educate with resource links SIA. Because how does SIA know this stuff? Well, I'm going to give her some sites here. The Dubb website, the support center, the review site, features, marketplace. Now, they can't go deep into these links. It's the first link that you send. They can't go sublinks and all that kind of stuff, but can get really educated within those pages. And then you can set up your FAQs. What is Dubb? Question, answer. And you have all this within here, and then you click save, and now you have that button as SIA, and it's a CTA. So that's really been the big shift in terms of, using SIA below your videos in terms of, hey, SIA will handle most of this here, what are your questions? And just really educating SIA on that point to be your sales assistant. Okay, so let me jump into the chat and see what we have going on here. Let's start at the top. Okay. Nice, looking to refresh. Okay, so Henry, I saw, let's see. When you have a chance, please discuss the messaging option on the upper right corner of the app. You can pop up to full screen to emphasize a point during editing of your video. So Henry, if you have your mic on there, you mean on the mobile app in terms of just sending a video out? If you have your mic on, Henry, if you're still here. Henry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I've got you. So what was the question about the corner of the app?
So when you were showing us the option to use that whiteboard
Yeah.
to message people,
Mhm.
next to it, to the right of it, when you're looking at it, there's an option there for messaging, and I just want to just tap into that to see exactly how to navigate with that button option.
Yeah, so what it would be your messages here. So this would be, show you right here. Share my screen. Okay. Some reason it doesn't want to share. Let me just do this. So basically, when you see it here, can you see up there, Henry? The top?
Yeah.
So the little messaging button right there. So when you tap that there, that'll be your messages from inside Dubb as well, like your messages below the video. You can also get, you can also get the SIA messages here, correct, as well, I believe.
Yes, that's right. So it's gonna have your SIA, and if you have set up your two-way SMS with Twilio, if you have configured that, you will see the messages in the SMS tab as well.
And that's
So
within
for
Dubb
SIA,
too.
you will
Yeah.
get that, you will see that in the online tab, but if you for the two-way SMS, then you'll get it in the SMS tab.
So I'm not a tech guy, so I'm gonna ask some stupid questions here. So does that synchronize with your own, with the end user's texting option, whatever texting I have, or is its own independent texting option within the app?
It's a different texting option. Like if you have your Twilio account configured, Twilio is for SMS marketing marketing SMS campaigns, SMS sender. So if you have it configured like a two-way SMS, so that once people reply to your Twilio number, their message will go to that section, SMS messaging. So
Got it, got it. So when I'm doing campaigns to prospects, I will be able to communicate with them through
mm-mm.
Dubb.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And then also,
Awesome.
my webcam's not working on my desktop app for some reason, but when you asked about emphasizing, like, can you pop to full screen to emphasize a point during the editing of your video? What you can do is you can record a clip separately. And then, like Ina mentioned this in the chat, where you can download a clip. So you can go right to webcam and just record it separately, the point you want to make. And then you can drop it into the editing feature within the desktop app. Just drop that clip in there and you can put it wherever you want to put it, or upload it into Dubb. So you can just be a separate clip of you recording what you wanted to do. The emphasize stuff going from full screen to back within the desktop app in Chrome is during live recording when you can do that. But if you wanted to have technically a closer shot of you emphasizing something, you could just record it to your webcam and drop that clip in. Does that make
Thank
sense?
you.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much, both of you guys.
Yeah, yeah. And then let's see. John. Hey, John, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, John? I have not been able to get Sia to ask for email information. All right, so asking for the CTA. Yeah, that's something you should be able to have. What's going on with Sia not doing their jobs here? What's going on, John? No, let me how are you, John? Can you hear me okay? John, if you're there, if you're there. If you can hear me okay, let me click in here. Let me share my screen. Okay, so let's just take this one here, click edit. There's our resource links. This is SIA inside the CTA. We're looking at SIA here. There's the resource links, FAQs, default message, desired CTA. I want them to book a time in my calendar. So that's what SIA will be pushing for. So if you have now down here, capture, what do you want to capture? I want to get their email. So you should have this checked right here if you want to capture their email. If it's phone, first name, company, you have some other options here. But John, you just have to make sure this is checked. And then if it's not working with that checked, then we'd have to take a look at it. But anything you want to add there, Ina?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. John, can you hear us okay? maybe John's mic is on. John, if you want to throw something in the chat, let us know. Oh yeah, yeah. Got it. Okay, yeah, I say yes, I can. Okay, yes, 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 cool. Yeah, so check to make sure that's checked. Email inside SIA that you just saw down there. Let's see what else. Oh, what does the acronym SIA stand for? Sales Interactive. We kind of went back and forth on agent and assistant. So I guess you could kind of get creative with that part of it, but definitely Sales Interactive is the first two. So agent or assistant. Yeah, there we go. You put that in there. Let's see, Manuel, let's see. Can you show how to set the app behind the browser? Manuel, do you want to just kind of turn your mic on, explain that a little bit?
Yeah, here's what happened. I'm looking at your screen and
Yep.
you have the browser in front, and in the back, you have the app, I believe, and you could click on the app. You know that little blue back screen that you have? I believe that's the app. And I've been
Oh,
trying to imitate that, and I
yeah.
need to know how you're doing it.
Okay, got it. So this here, so can you see my screen now?
Yeah, of course.
So this in the back is just my screensaver, just on my desktop. I just have Dubb,
Uh-huh.
right? So here's my browser. So if I want to use, and you're saying the desktop app, right?
Mhm.
So up here at the top, do you have a Mac or a PC?
I have a PC, that's why I can't see that.
Oh, the D should be, it's on the bottom, right? In the tray, down the bottom, or
Yes, that's correct.
okay, so if you click that there, you should get this little menu right here, right? Here. So do you see that there when you kind of tap the D? And then
No,
If you tap the D icon, it's gonna show the quick menu with the
That's correct.
screen.
okay, got it.
That's
Okay.
correct.
All right, got it. So if you have that instead, I can just do the same thing here. I can just go boom. Let's go desktop applications. Okay, so you got this menu pretty much, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
That's what I
so
have.
then if you want to do a screen video, you click record here. Boom, you'll have this, right? You know what's funny, Ina? My phone is beeping when I open this. See how this is a black screen here? It's almost like it wants to connect to my iPhone camera, which is so funny. Anyway, we'll have to figure that out after, which is kind of funny. I haven't done this happen.
Yeah, you can click the drop down in the camera icon
It goes
there.
live
Yeah.
fixing here. Yeah. Where is it at?
Oh, it's FaceTime.
See what I mean? That's kind of funny. Yeah, anyway. It's not even, maybe if I select it and then go back, let's see what happens. Boom. All I had to do was do one of those deals. Hey, I'm back, everybody. So here we go. It's kind of funny. Anyway, all right. So here we are with the stuff. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of the teleprompter. I'm going to get rid of that thing there. So Henry, you have this here when you do this?
Manolo.
If you click on yours, you're in the same scenario now, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And what was your question? Like about behind the browser?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how you set it up, but now I understand the reason you have it in the back is because it's your screensaver.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
because you have a Mac.
Yep.
I will have to just click on the app and bring it up.
Yep. And then you can go wherever you want. And then you can, a desktop app's pretty amazing. So you can do all this kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Cool. Yeah, welcome. All right, so let's see what else we've got. Anything in the Q&A? Okay. All right, cool. Well, we're towards the top of the hour, everybody. Any questions, last thoughts, comments, anything? What's going on in the crowd? Anything for Ina and I? Anybody?
Well, yeah, since I have you here,
What do you got?
I noticed you train Sia. I'm not quite sure how you get there yet, but eventually I will, because I will rewatch the videos to get it all down. But you training Sia in English.
Mhm.
If I'm gonna use Sia, even though I train in English, she will reply in Spanish.
If she like consumes the content in English, but then because you have the setting, it would go in Spanish as a response. Is that correct, Ina? As far
That
as
is correct what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just confirming. Ina, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna
Yep.
it's gonna respond in Spanish if
Nice.
whatever you have, whichever language you have inputted there.
But I have to train it in English. I'm quite sure it takes Spanish too. Because
Yeah, it takes
pretty much
both
like
languages.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Hey, Bill, thanks for the nice words. Appreciate it, my man. Always good to see you. Okay, so Debbie, one more time. Where is Sia? Okay, so as of right now, SIA is located as a CTA. That could be
Yeah.
changing, but right now, as of right this very moment at this time, what time is it? 10:59 a.m. on a Tuesday. SIA is right over here. So if we're in the dashboard and you go over here to the left under assets, and then you click to calls to action right here. And then you would come in here, close this out, and see how I have mine, Rob Sia, social media, Rob Sia, prospecting. It's in here that you create it. So you just come in here, click here, name it whatever you want, W or C, Sia if you want to. Then come down here, select one, Sia AI Assistant, click that there, and then usage billing, there we go. And then you just start filling it out in here. And there you go. But it's under CTAs. For right now, it's under CTAs. Eventually, we're going to move it off to the right. It'll be part of like the preset page. But for right now, that's where it's at. So yeah, let's see, Dick, when you record on Dubb, how can you add a separate audio track to the recording? So what you can do is if you record something within Dubb, like if it's on the desktop app or wherever you do it, I would open it on the mobile app. And on the mobile app, when you open the video there, you have the ability to do like I would save the video, like if you record it on your desktop, not on the mobile, like say you just recorded webcam, desktop, Chrome, what you can do is save it into Dubb like you normally would do. On the mobile app, download the MP4 to your phone so you have it on there. And then you'd open up the camera like you're going to record something on the mobile app, drop the video clip here so you have it within the little, feature here when you're recording. And then there's an editing function where you can go in there and you can add music. So it's kind of like the TikTok editor where you can lower the music and keep the original volume or whatever you want to do there. But you have the ability to add that. In terms of an audio file, like that's the music we have listed within the app. But to add an audio file, I believe you'd have to use a third-party editor to add the audio file. If not, I would find out how to do it from the mobile app. But I believe it's only royalty-free music that you can add unless you hit record and you record it from an external audio source that you have. I believe we have a drop down for the voiceover. So what you could do is pull the music up on your computer, hit the audio record as the clip is playing, and it will record the music over it. I know that was a lot of steps there, but we can put something together for you, Dick, on that.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's kind of like it's basically using like you basically load the clip into the mobile app you're going to record, pull it up, and then you've got to use the recorder and have the music somewhere that you can record within the space, and you can put it over it. That's
See, what I found it was helpful on these videos is to have a music track that is of a recognizable instrumental song
Mhm.
that gets a certain mood, but keep it underneath the actual talking video. And
Yeah.
so it kind of it's like that. I remember going to a sales meeting in which we used the song track from Everybody Talking at Me
Mhm.
and we used it in the background, and that became so exciting
Mhm.
that everything just sort of came together.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, that's it's nice having the like the music kind of elicits that emotional response typically with people, or it reminds you of something. With music always takes you everywhere. So
Do not use the text. Do not use the accordion version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre love song. Do not use it.
listen, the thing's cool about music is you have so many different versions of it today. Like there's instrumentals, there's different takes, people do acoustic stuff, there's nice
Mhm.
covers. So it's a lot of things to choose from. So
Okay. Thank
yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Well, listen, everybody, we're past the top of the hour. It was awesome having everyone today. Darius has been a little under the weather with his voice, and if Darius can't speak, that's not good. We got to hear Darius's voice. So we'll be back tomorrow, Ian and I, and then hopefully Darius is feeling okay. It's back Thursday, Friday. So, but if not, we'll definitely see everybody tomorrow, and everyone have a great rest of their Tuesday. See you guys. All the best.